Welcome back to another video feature of the Immersive Worlds Handbook. I want to take you inside today the Morocco Pavilion here at the 2015 World Expo in Milan. So let's go inside and take a look at Morocco's Pavilion, which is a journey of flavors. Okay, and first I'm showing you the exterior of the Morocco Pavilion. And as you can see on the outside, it is titled the Journey of Flavors. And from a sensory perspective, I have to say that this was one of the most intriguing pavilions because they did try wholeheartedly to incorporate all the senses. Of course, every pavilion has vision, has sight as a sense, but what they do in Morocco, I think, is quite unique in terms of creating associations or connections that we can have with the other senses. Okay, we're entering here the main area of the pavilion. And you can see fairly crowded. Morocco was one of the pavilions where I had to wait a rather long time to get in. And you can see here the use of the video screens and, again, QR codes. What I think was interesting throughout the expo is the fact that you had so many natural things like, in this case you saw the oranges, and that being supplemented by high technology. And it really does indicate the world that we're in terms of how things have changed. You see the video wall there. Morocco was not a huge pavilion, medium-sized, but it had so much to offer. And this was quite cool. You can see here the tree incorporates the tablets here. So you get a video effect. Again, the natural and the technological are brought into a hybrid kind of connection. My camera's kind of askew there because I was taking a photo of that as I was also videotaping it at the same time. And now we're going to get into some of the, I believe the olfactory senses will be coming up here as well. So make my way around the tree. Okay, and we're seeing a few more of the features here. Okay, now we'll be getting into some of the additional sensory explorations. I thought that the pavilion had a good balance of the natural and technological, as I mentioned earlier. Okay, and in this section we're getting some of the auditory sensory experiences. As you can see here on this pillar, they had these speakers implanted. And whenever you see something like this, when there's an element of mystery or there's something that appears unique to the guest, I think it's a very effective way in terms of thinking about immersion. We probably don't think enough about the role that mystery, exploration, discovery, that they all play in terms of creating effective immersive spaces. And I like how they both use the senses and use them in some new ways, some unique ways, including ways that allowed the guest to discover something about the senses for him or herself. Okay, and this next area of the pavilion I thought is really where things begin to become very impressive. As you can see here, with the effect of heating elements and also fans, you get this feel of the desert. And I think I'm going to zoom in here for you and you can see the text of this. Okay, so again, the text here is discussing life in the desert, and then at the bottom it gives you a setup to talk about traditional irrigation systems. So I think this was something that was very effective because it it literally hit you in the face and you could just feel the heat when you walked in. Now we're getting into the olfactory senses here. And you can see the setup here is that you have to basically just smell the spices and different food stuff that you find in those jars. So a lot of pavilions did this, but I think very effective here because it was one of many senses that they explored. And you can see we're near the end here, and we'll be exiting into the restaurant and small gift shop as well, as we see in other pavilions. And here I took the opportunity to stamp my passport with the Stamp of Morocco, kind of a fun thing, certainly for kids to take part in. And you can see here we're exiting through the gift shop, very extensive gift shop. And then last we have the Moroccan restaurant at the exit. Okay, just had a chance to go through the Morocco Pavilion, and definitely highly impressed. This is one of the ones, this is my third day of the Expo out of 4 days, and this is actually a second trip I made just because I missed a number of the pavilions the first time, and one of the ones I missed was the Morocco Pavilion. And I had read in the guidebook to the fair that the emphasis was on, take a little excursion through this garden here. Maybe you can see some of it. I had read that the emphasis was on the five senses, and so this was very interesting to me because, of course, I study sensory experiences and immersive spaces, and I was really impressed with how they created, as I'll show you some of the video, the different senses. Everything from feeling humidity and heat in different regions of Morocco to smells and sound, of course, and I'll show you some of the video here, because what they try to do is they integrate the senses throughout the pavilion. I want to compare this later with Burundi, because Burundi is also a smaller pavilion but also is focusing on experiencing the senses of Morocco. So a very immersive space, smaller pavilion, but really amazing in terms of how it presents the different essences, the regions of Morocco to the guest at the 2015 World Expo here in Milan. Hope you enjoyed this video feature today here at the World Expo, the Morocco Pavilion, and please come back for additional video features of the Immersive Worlds Handbook.